Hi there, gorgeous yogis. I've got some interesting news. If you have been in my yoga classes for recently, you'll know about this news because I've been telling people for a little while. I am finishing up my one-on-one classes. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit sad. I'm finishing my classes that I have been doing over the past 6 years around the Narrabeen and the districts, and I'm moving away. And I've been trying to figure out a way of encouraging you to continue your practice. And so I'm going to put together a few videos so that you can practice at home, and you can try and remember some of the things that we've been doing over the past 6 years. So this is a free little series of videos that I'm going to put together for you, and I just recorded a really long one and YouTube cut me off, so this is going to be really short. So I encourage you to take the information that I'm going to be giving you and spread it out and make it really long, and try to stop the movie, have a look at the hand mudras that we're going to be doing, and then practice them, and then try to practice them yourself. Because if I wanted to give you a longer practice, which is what I really want to do, it's going to really hurt your internet somehow. Okay, so what I've been asked to do recently is to give the hand mudras of the practice that we've been doing. This has benefited so many people. So many people have been coming up to me saying, wow, what was that? It was like magic. What was that strange, hand mudra breathing technique that we've been doing? And so many people have been saying, can you please put it onto a movie so we can remember how to do it? So a lot of people think yoga is the moving, the asana that we do, and we do a lot of that in the class, but the main thing about yoga is breathing. We need to breathe, and with yoga we teach you how to breathe really, really well. So a lot of people only breathe into the first third of their lungs. So in yoga what we try to do is teach you to breathe and encourage you to breathe into the last third of your lungs. So the lungs are made up of 3 parts. First, second and third, we encourage you to breathe right down the bottom. So the yogis call this the full yogic breath. The doctors call it diaphragmatic breathing. So you may have heard of it that way. The diaphragm muscle is the lowest muscle right underneath your lungs, and it pulls the lungs out when you breathe in, and it pushes the lungs up when you breathe out. And so it's really quite cool because it gives your internal organs a nice little massage every single time you breathe. But it also stimulates the muscles in the belly. And having strong muscles in your belly will help your lower back, and will help your posture. It will help, lots and lots of areas. And it will help support your internal organs, which is nice for them. Okay, so the way that we teach, one of the ways that we teach this 3-part breathing is through the hands. So the hand gestures, we call them the hand mudras. So like I said, my last video, I did it really long. This one I'm going to do it really short. So I apologise for that, but please just take in the information and then do it really long. So the first hand mudra that we're going to do is going to stimulate the lowest part of the lungs. So we bring the thumb and the pointer finger together. We spread all the other fingers out, and then we bring our hands palm facing downwards onto our lap. And we breathe. And I can feel myself breathing already. And when I get excited and I teach, I speak too quickly, so that's probably what I'm doing now. So just remembering that hand mudra, placing it down, thinking about the lower parts of your lungs, and breathing, and just breathing really well. Breathe there for at least a minute. Okay? Now the next hand mudra that we're going to do is going to block off the lower parts of the lungs, so it might feel a bit strange, and it's only going to allow us to breathe into the second third of our lungs. So what we do is we bring the fingers out, we bring the pads of the fingers to the hands, and then we bring the palms of the hands facing downwards onto our lap again. and you'll feel that this will stop the lower parts of your lungs, and you'll only be breathing into the two-thirds of your lungs at the top. So I want you to see how this feels, and perhaps breathe there for a minute. And then if you're comfortable, coming on to the next one. Now the next one can be very challenging because you're only breathing into the first third of your lungs. Now, according to quite a lot of reading that I've done, this is actually where most people breathe into, which is not going to give your body the amount of oxygen that it needs. So if it makes you feel uncomfortable, don't do it. As with all my classes, I've always said it, don't do it if it makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay, so the next hand mudra that you can try if you want to is we open up the hands, we bring the thumbs onto the insides, we wrap the fingers around the thumbs, and then we bring the hands back down to the lap with the palms facing downwards. I'm going to open up my hands because it doesn't give me enough oxygen to be able to speak properly. So this will only allow you to breathe into the first third of your lungs. When we sit comfortably in this uncomfortable position, it teaches us to be calm in uncomfortable positions, which unfortunately in life we all find ourselves in. When we are highly stressed, the fight-flight response will only allow us to breathe into the first third. So if we're practicing these hand mudras, and if we're practicing only breathing into the first third of our lungs in a calm, comfortable manner, it will really help us in stressful situations. We'll recognize instantly that we're only breathing into the first third. We will recognize that this is not the best thing for our bodies, and we will consciously bring our breath down to the bottom part of our lungs so that our mind can make clear decisions in stressful situations. So as much as I hope you don't get into those stressful situations, I know that we all do. So I'm here to try and help your life get a little bit easier and hopefully a little bit calmer. So if you have any questions about that, I would love to hear from you, and I'd love to answer any questions. Please, if you've got any comments, I'd like to know how you actually felt, because yeah, I've had quite amazing responses from when I've taught that. It's quite cool. Okay, so and the other thing is some people really don't feel it at all. And a girl came to me the other day and she said, that's the third time I've done it, and that's the first time that I've really, really felt a difference, and it was amazing. So, you know, don't worry if you're not going to get it in the first couple of times. You might get it down the road eventually. Cool. Okay, so I'd love to hear back. I'd love to hear how you're going. I'm going to be posting quite a few videos in the next couple of weeks to help you inspire with your own home practice. And yeah, I hope to hear from you soon. Okay, bye.